Happy 100 days. Today is the 100th day of the year, and we could be talking about whether or not you've achieved your New Year's resolutions, but instead, we are going to celebrate everybody who has been doing the 365 Feminist Selfie Project for 100 days. And that includes your online empowerment gals. Both Karina and I have taken pictures of ourselves and put them up on some of our favorite social media networks, platforms, over the last 100 days. And we have learned a ton, both professionally and probably more importantly, personally. For the professional side of things, it's that being consistent with something. Not only does it prove to yourself that you can do something and really stick with it, but it also is showing people that every single day you can come up with your content. It can be there and available to them. They may not see it on day 1, but when they see it on day 17 and day 32 and day 47 and day 98, they're going to start to recognize the fact that you are a presence in their online stream and you're a presence in their lives. I've had people tell me that sometimes seeing my picture of me and my daughters is the high point of their day. And I don't mean to say that in any way of celebrating myself, and other than saying, wow, you know what? We have to recognize what we put out there can really influence people in some beautiful and really, really positive ways. So what are some other professional positives of putting yourself out there in a project that's similar to this? It would be the whole idea that you're being authentic. That's a buzzword that is really overused. I have a love-hate relationship with it. But I absolutely believe that you do need to go out there and be authentic in your online presence. And what's the best way to do that? You show your no makeup, bad hair day self every single day for a year, and people really do feel like they get to know you because they are. And that's another really important aspect. The no makeup, no hair brushing thing, especially important for women who really need to get themselves out there professionally. We know that online video is key to building an online platform. And certainly showing that you are well turned out, you take care of yourself, and that you are concerned with your appearance can be absolutely essential to your professional presence, but it doesn't necessarily have to be an impediment. For years, I've been thinking about making video for so long. I wasn't really able to dive in and do it until I had the courage based on doing 365 Feminist Selfie for as long as I have been. Now it's like, hey, I don't have time to go deal with makeup and stuff today, but I've got something I need to say. I'm going to go ahead and say it. And finally for me, what's the most important thing is the personal aspect of it. That's what's really keeping me going for 100 days. And will keep me going for the next 265. My eventual goal is to create an album for my daughters to show them a year in the life of their family. Because certainly my kids are in these pictures. And also because I want to be a model for them of self-love and self-acceptance. Because we know that our daughters as well as our sons are going to be barraged with images of perfect airbrushed people throughout their entire lives. Magazine racks to most of the internet is with images of unachievable perfection. Guess what? This lady ain't perfect, and she doesn't need to be the loving and achieving mom and businesswoman that she is. So I want to give credit to the founder of 365 Feminist Selfie. That's Veronica Areola from the vivalafeminista.com, which is a great blog. We'd really appreciate everything that this project has taught us so far. And it's never too late. Why don't you start today? Why don't you start tomorrow? Why don't you start putting up pictures of yourself and seeing how that can really influence the way you present yourself professionally, the way you think about what your relationship between your life and your business is, and perhaps it'll teach you a little bit something about yourself. So the best place to find some of our pictures is probably, for me, it's on my Google Plus profile. We do have a Pinterest board, but I admit I'm not as good at keeping up on that one because for me, the focus of my social media is on Google Plus. So do find us on Google Plus and have an awesome day, and dare to take a selfie of you, because guess what? It is not necessarily this completely selfish act. of being egotistical and narcissistic. There's a lot more to it. And I hope that you will discover that for yourself. Have a great day, and find us over at onlineempowermentformula.com.